An Interpol notice is an international alert circulated by Interpol to communicate information about crimes, criminals, and threats by police in a member state to their counterparts around the world. The information disseminated via notices concerns individuals wanted for serious crimes, missing persons, unidentified bodies, possible threats, prison escapes, and criminals' modus operandi. There are 8 types of notices, 7 of which are color-coded by their function: red, blue, green, yellow, black, orange, and purple. The best-known notice is the red notice, which is the closest instrument to an international arrest warrant in use today. An 8th special notice is issued at the request of the United Nations Security Council. Notices published by Interpol are made either on the organization's own initiative or are based on requests from national central bureaus of member states or authorized international entities such as the United Nations and the International Criminal Court. All notices are published on Interpol's secure website. Extracts of notices may also be published on Interpol's public website if the requesting entity agrees. Interpol may only publish a notice that adheres to all the proper legal conditions. For example, a notice will not be published if it violates Interpol's constitution, which forbids the organization from undertaking activities of a political, military, religious, or racial character. Interpol may refuse to publish a notice that it considers inadvisable or a potential risk. Notices may be issued in any of the 4 official languages of Interpol: English, French, Spanish, and Arabic. Similar to the notice is another request for cooperation or alert mechanism known as a diffusion. This is less formal than a notice, but also is used to request the arrest or location of an individual or additional information in relation to a police investigation. A diffusion is circulated directly by a member state or international entity to the countries of their choice, or to the entire Interpol membership, and is simultaneously recorded in Interpol's databases. The International Notice System was created in 1946 as Interpol re-established itself after World War II in the Parisian suburb of St. Cloud. It initially consisted of 6 color-coded notices: red, blue, green, yellow, black, and purple. In 2004, the 7th color was added: orange. In 2005, the Interpol United Nations Security Council Special Notice was created at the request of the UN Security Council through Resolution 1617 to provide better tools to help the Security Council carry out its mandate regarding the freezing of assets, travel bans, and arms embargoes aimed at individuals and entities associated with Al-Qaeda and the Taliban, and was adopted by Interpol at its 74th General Assembly in Berlin in September 2005. Interpol published approximately 26,500 notices and diffusions in 2011. There were 40,836 notices and 48,310 diffusions in circulation at the end of 2011. And 7,958 people were arrested on the basis of a notice or diffusion during 2011. Interpol published approximately 32,750 notices and diffusions in 2012. There were 46,994 notices and 66,614 diffusions in circulation at the end of 2012. Interpol published approximately 34,920 notices and diffusions in 2013. There were 52,880 notices and 70,159 diffusions in circulation at the end of 2013. 7,958 people were arrested on the basis of a notice during 2013. In his book, Red Notice: A True Story of High Finance, Murder, and One Man's Fight for Justice, Bill Browder, the CEO of Hermitage Capital Management, describes how the Russian government repeatedly requested that Interpol issue a red notice for his arrest. Interpol refused to do so on the basis that it deemed the request was predominantly political in nature and therefore contrary to Interpol's rules and regulations. Unable to secure his extradition, Browder was subsequently tried and convicted by a Moscow court for tax evasion in absentia. In January 2017, United Kingdom-based NGO Fair Trials called on Interpol to introduce more rigorous checks. Fair Trial Chief Executive Jargo Russell stated, Interpol has been allowing itself to be used by oppressive regimes across the world to export the persecution of human rights defenders, journalists and political opponents. There have been concerns about conflict of interest as well. As in March 2017, the UAE donated $54 million to Interpol, which roughly equaled the contributions by all other member states. Interpol Secretary General, Jürgen Stock, stated that Interpol had introduced a task force to review requests, even more intensively. In June 2020, Iran issued an arrest warrant for US President Donald Trump and 35 other US political and military officials for their role in the assassination of Qasem Soleimani. It was shown in 2013 that Interpol red notices were sometimes inaccurate and could be politically motivated. NGOs such as Fair Trials Internet,